some comments from the Elysee, and actually they are saying that, okay, the anti-Europe National Rally has come first, but actually most people who voted in France today did vote for a pro-European party.
Well, they're not completely wrong in saying that, because yes, the National Rally Party only came on that exit poll only came 1 point ahead of the president's party. And before this election, the president did say, if we're behind by 1 point, we won't consider that to be a defeat. And like you say, the Greens have made a surprise leap into third place here in France, extremely overtly pro-European group, the Greens, on 12.8%. There are some out-and-out pro-Frexit or very Eurosceptic parties that ran here in France, but they all seem to have gotten below the 5% minimum vote share level that is needed to get seats here in the French system. So, yes, but clearly the president and his party are trying to make the best of this. It's never best to come second, is it?
And Philippe Tal, here in France, the European elections are deeply entwined with domestic politics. We just heard Jordan Bardella there saying that this is a rejection of President Macron's policies.
Well, I think a lot of people are seeing this election 2 years, almost the day since President Macron was elected in May 2017, as a sort of referendum on what he has done in the past 2 years. You have to remember that President Macron is quite unpopular in France at the moment. He's been the brunt of a lot of protests from the Yellow Vest movement since last November, which have continued every Saturday since then. People were out in the streets of France again yesterday protesting. He has made a lot of concessions since then, but the image that he has is of a president who is too aloof, too out of contact with people's everyday worries, people's everyday needs. He has this image of being a banker who is a very rich man who really doesn't understand what people are needing. And I think the result tonight, it's not as good as I think the National Rally would have liked it to have been, but it's certainly a warning to President Macron. This is his first election defeat since he took office. And so also, if you look on the other side, as far as the National Rally is concerned, this was a sort of make or break election for Marine Le Pen. Marine Le Pen, who had a disastrous presidential election 2 years ago opposite Emmanuel Macron, with a presidential debate that was a huge failure for her. And this is a way of her getting her own back on President Macron 2 years later. And if she hadn't come out first today, then this may have been for her a problem in maintaining her leadership of the National Rally, the former National Front, because there is a possible leadership challenge from her niece, Marion Maréchal, which, as she's now come first, may now not happen.
Okay, well,